Cryptocurrency-focused bank Silvergate has decided to call it quits after taking a hit from the FTX collapse. The US bank announced its voluntary dissolution on Wednesday due to losses incurred from the sudden closure of crypto exchange FTX. That news sent Silvergate's shares 35% lower in after-hours trading on Wednesday. But in a relief to the customers of the crypto bank, Silvergate said that its plan for dissolving the bank included returning all deposits in full. The company announced last week that it was re-evaluating the bank's business viability, and that decision to close came this week. The Silvergate exchange network, which processed crypto transactions, enabled investors and exchanges to conduct fast, round-the-clock transactions. That is unlike regular bank transfers, which usually take days to clear. But as the bank sold more debt instruments at a loss this year, it said that further losses could leave it less than well capitalized. Most market watchers expect limited contagion risks as a result of Silvergate's latest decision to shut down its business. Investors say that it's more of a strategic loss of critical infrastructure for crypto. Last year, when interest rates rose sharply, investors fled the cryptocurrency market, which lost over $1 trillion in value. What has also weighed on the digital assets industry is increased scrutiny regulatory developments since the collapse of crypto exchange FTX. Silvergate marks the first bank casualty from the collapse of the FTX's fiasco and the crypto's market value losses last year. The bank is also the first bank collapse in the US since 2020. Let's now shift focus to India. The Australian Prime Minister is on a 4-day India visit. The focus is on shared concerns about China and deepening trade ties. Today, Anthony Albanese was at a stadium in Ahmedabad with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi ahead of the test match between the two countries. The Border Gavaskar Series test match is being played at the world's largest cricket stadium in the city of Ahmedabad in western India. In 2020, Narendra Modi and the then US President Donald Trump held a huge rally at the stadium. Albanese, on his maiden visit as Prime Minister to India and the first by an Australian Premier in 6 years, will visit Indian naval ship Vikrant later today. INS Vikrant is India's first indigenous aircraft carrier. Albanese is accompanied by Australia's Trade and Resources Ministers. The Australian Prime Minister is expected to discuss efforts towards a free trade deal following a recent interim agreement. India is Australia's 6th largest trading partner and 4th largest export market. India and Australia, along with Japan and the United States, make up the Quad. The grouping is seen as a bulwark against Chinese assertiveness in the Asia-Pacific region. India and China have been locked in a border standoff. Chinese jets have been intercepting the surveillance planes of Australia and other countries in the Indo-Pacific. Yesterday, Albanese got a taste of India's colourful Holi festivities as he tossed flower petals. The Australian Prime Minister was welcomed with a red tilak or forehead mark upon his arrival at the Governor's house in western Gandhinagar city. After the conclusion of India's visit, Albanese will go to the US for a meeting with Joe Biden. Australia and US are expected to unveil a nuclear submarine deal aimed at countering China's growing territorial ambitions.
An opportunity to see the